Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Aokana. We're dealing with the annoyances of, well, not annoyances, but the horrors of last time and that player that keeps using dirty, cheap tactics to harm other people. Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Aokana. Last time we were dealing with a dirty player who kept using cheap tactics to harm others, including putting people in concussions. That's insane. She already has a reputation as a dirty player, but she's still at it. She's something of a legend, what I've heard. The Kurabochi girl is exceedingly vicious. Yeah, it's disgusting. I doubt I'll ever forget what she's done to us. But why she's doing all this? What's driving her to go so far to hurt people? If I learn the answers to those questions, I can probably think up an effective way to counter her. This is a real problem. It'll be hard to do anything when her strategy isn't even based on trying to win. Yeah, I still want to figure out a way to beat her. We can't let this go unanswered. You'd rather get even by crushing her dirty tactics in a match then? Yeah, I want us to beat Kurabochi fair and square. I will pour her to the committee anyway, but it wasn't an official match, so there probably isn't much we can do. Well, your star player is injured now. Are you going to train Toby Sharwat for the challenge? No, I was thinking of letting Rika handle it. Oh? Rika-chan? The two of them are completely surprised. Makes sense. I'm sure none of the plans they had in mind involved Rika. Say, Masaya. Yes? This may sound harsh, but I think Ichino is the person least suited to fighting this battle. I agree, she's experienced and good on a technical level, but her personality isn't fit for the job. Yeah, I'm with you there, but she's a member of Takafuji, and they're the ones who have been hurt most by her. In that case, why not put their current president up to the task? She's a far better Skywalker. Shatterwind-san may have escaped with minor injuries, but she's still lost. She'd be at a psychological disadvantage. Sometimes it's better not to have prior experience, huh? Exactly. Also, I've come to the conclusion that it's possible to mold her personality. I know I'm kind of pushing it. Aoi-san and Shirazu-san are right. If I want the best chance of winning, I should have Masaki or Shatterwind-san take point. But things will go wrong if I prevent Rika, who's also lacking in confidence, from taking part in this battle. She might even give up on FC entirely. She might end up hating the sky. And that's something I can't allow. Fine. Let's just focus on coming up with a good strategy. Hey, anyway, are you sure about this? You heard Masaya. He's made his decision, so it's our job to support him. Thank you very much, Aoi-san. Guess you're right. We should start from the top then. Thanks, Shirazu-san. It's fine, seriously. But you do realize how hard it'll be to change a player's personality while training them, right? Yeah. I've decided on a course of action. Now I just have to get Rika to agree, then figure out how to tackle this. The shocking events we've been through have me worried, but worrying won't get me anywhere. I need to act like I have it all together, even if I'm faking it. No, not even faking it. Having it there. Has Masaya left? Yeah, he sounded worried. Seemed worried. Guess that's to be expected though. Of course it is. One of his friends was injured. It was hard enough for me to keep myself in check. I'm sure you know what I'm thinking, Aoi. What, you expect me to go charging to her school to yell at her? You get real scared when you're mad. Yeah, well, I've changed. Still, I'll at least make sure their advisor takes responsibility for all this. Figured you'd say that, so I went ahead and did it already. They've agreed to deal with the punishment internally if we don't go public with Asuka-chan's incident. Heh, of course. Thanks. One thing's really bugging me though. Oh? You said as much earlier, but this Kashimi Kurabochi, she's a unique player even for Dogomora. It's like all she wants in life is to overwhelm her opponent. Everything she does is so destructive, like she hates FC as a whole or something. It's almost like she's searching for something. Yeah, I just hope Masaya and the others don't get wrapped up in anything too crazy. You have a point there. You have a valid point. I went to visit Asuka at the hospital and the doctor said she needs to take time off from practice to recover. I update everyone on Asuka's condition. Naturally, things aren't looking up. But she told me to ask you not to worry about her, since she can handle normal stuff just fine. But she can't come see us during practice, right? Yeah, she said she would find it hard to keep herself from flying if she came. I see. Well, yeah, that's just like her. She definitely gets all excited and starts swinging that injured arm around. I feel so awful. This isn't your fault, Rika-chan. Yeah, it's that damn cheater's fault. However, that does not change the fact that Asuka Kurashina was injured while fighting on our behalf. I get that you feel down, but continuing practice as normal needs to take priority. But you're president of your club, Shatowin-san. You don't want this to turn into an even bigger mess, right? You're right. If we continue to mope around, Takafuji's name will be consigned to the history books. We must resume normal practice at once. Now that Shatowin-san has agreed, I decided to turn everyone's attention back to practice. So I'd like to make you all aware of our plans for the fall tournament. We have a plan? Yes, more specifically, a plan to counter Kurobochi. Rika stares at me in shock. There's no guarantee that any of us will face her in the fall tournament, so that won't be our sole focus. But I want to make sure we can stop her if that does happen. I'm sure Blanky coach. I can't believe I let Asuka get injured under my watch. I'm such a Blanky coach, I mean. I've got to take this chance to ease everyone's worries or things will only get worse. Anyway, let's move on to today's practice. We're playing catch. Huh? Catch? Like with a ball? Is there some FC variant that uses a ball? Obviously not. Wow, thanks for reacting just as I predicted. Look, this isn't like the catch you guys are all used to. What do you mean? It'll be fast to just have you do it. Everyone other than Madoka needs to get up into the sky. Oh, you want to watch from above? Cool. Good luck, guys. No, you'll be analysing things from down here. There's a lot I need you to confirm and keep track of, so you'll have a lot to do. Ah, that's just mean. Look, coach, manager, I mean. Okay, try doing exactly as I explained. Okay. Rika gives me an anxious nod as she stands between Mishira and Misaki, who are several meters apart. Mishira will slowly fly towards you and bump into you. I want you to raise both hands to restrain her, Rika. But then we'll be repelled away from each other. That's fine. I'll tell you what to do next once the recoil sets in. Okay. Here I come. Mishira gently flies forward. Aw, looks like a high five maneuver there. Take this! That literally just does look like a high five maneuver. Even though here it's a very high 10, considering that they're off the ground. She softly bumps into Rika. Whoa! Rika is flung by the recoil, though she's moving pretty slow because of how Mishira is moving. Okay, quickly turn to face the other way. Misaki's going to come at you from behind. Oh, okay. Seems she's got the rotation part down pat. Catch me, Rika-chan. Boing. Oh, goodness sakes. A lot of these. Rika takes a blow from Misaki, which sends her flying back the way she came. Welcome back, Rika-san. Oh, thanks. Rika swiftly stabilizes her form and turns to face Mishira. You should have done that proactively. You know what's coming. Take this. Okay. Boing. The real recoil sends her flying back towards Misaki once more. Get back! Okay. Rika bounces between Mashiro and Misaki several more times. This is what I meant by catch. Never thought we'd be using a purse instead of a ball. Yeah, but this is pretty fun. Bet this is what it feels like to bounce between two trampolines. Whoa. Unlike Misaki and Mashiro, who are quickly getting the hang of it, Rika seems lost. Okay, this time we'll send you towards Misaki-senpai at an awkward angle. Huh? With answers wait, what? Okay, I'll burst out a vertical spin. Forced into a vertical roll by Misaki, Rika spins around as she flies into Mashiro's direction. You spin around like an amusement park ride. Oh, yes? Rika sounds extremely confused. She's still unsteady. My head is spinning as much as my body. Oh, let me go next. Should I spin you around like a ball of buckwheat, Mashiro? Do whatever you want, Misaki. Dear, you should not have done that, Misaki. Getting your hands running all over my body is a dream come true. You know what, maybe I'll switch with Madoka. Ouch! Rika doesn't seem to understand the point of this exercise. I'm trying to teach you how to quickly stabilize your form when it's broken by an opponent. But right, that makes sense. In some instances, taking too long to recover can lead to injury. Yeah. Rika's face darkens. I bet she's thinking about Asuka. Don't go getting all depressed now. We're trying to make sure something like that never happens again, remember? Yes. Though Rika nods, her expression doesn't brighten up at all. Did you find today's practice fun? I did, but I can't help but think we're just wasting our time. It feels like we're playing around. That's good. Huh? In my opinion, practice works best when you're having fun. That way you gradually improve before you even know it. Right. Well, I've got to go see Madoka and take a look at what she wrote. Oh, okay. Shadowin-senpai. We never thought of anything like this. Huh? We never could have even come up with an idea like this. Senpai, do you approve of this practice as well? Most people have a natural inclination to dislike practice, but I don't. You can't practice on your own, can you? Besides, if you simply practice out of a sense of duty, it will stun your growth. Shunt your growth. You're right. Masaya Hinata understands that, which is why he tries to include fun in his practice methods. It helps ease people into the action. Additionally, have you not considered that people need to have their spirits lifted after the Kazumi Kurobochi incident? Oh. Despite Masaya Hinata being our enemy, I admire his work ethic. No, what I am saying, we're allies now. I can't believe Mashiro said all of that and ended up all dizzy anyway. Yeah. Then again, she actually managed to understand the point of that practice, so I can't really complain. Right. We're done with practice for the day. So now the two of us are flying home while chatting about how things went. Well, it's more like I'm talking her ear off, since she seems to have her head in the clouds at the moment. Rika? Oh, yes. Is something bothering you? No, nothing's bothering me. Yes, there is. She averts her eyes and waves me off as she slowly backs away from me. Man, she's a terrible liar. Something's definitely bothering her. Our conversation ends there, and we arrive at the terminal in silence. Well then, she's trying her best to act natural, but I can sense tension in her every movement. I just stand there, saying nothing, and watch as Rika begins to walk ahead of me. Huh? Noticing I'm not following her, she turns around. What are you doing? If I just let her go like this, she'll continue to bottle up her feelings until they burst out. I don't want to let that happen, so I've got to fix things fast. You're working really hard, Rika. Huh? Where's this coming from? You don't accept help from others and always put them first, which ends up hurting you. Sure, that's all thanks to her diligent personality, but I imagine there's a reason she's like this. Masaya-san? You really do work hard, but don't you think you're overdoing it? Did something bad happen? You can always come to me if something's wrong. Please, tell me, Masaya. Your feelings might be all jumbled, but I'll do whatever I can to help sort them out. Just say the word. I wonder why I didn't listen when Aoi-san tried to help me. Maybe things would have turned out better if I threw aside my pride and begged her for help. A fear of competing was overtaking me, but I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone about it. I ended up losing some random kid in a casual match, which made me lose all my confidence. I'm your coach, Rika, so I want to help you if I can. Yes, and I really am grateful for that, but... Stop! Huh? I get why you want to put up a brave face. There are times when it's the only thing that can help you get by. It's a tool you can use to keep yourself from disappointing the people around you. But it's also a double-edged sword that hurts you as much as it helps. You should rely on me to help you instead. I'm sorry, I don't really understand, Masaya-san. Oh, sorry, that was kind of confusing, huh? Okay, let me clear things up then. I scratch my head as I mull over my words. You don't need to act tough in front of me, Rika. I hope she understands. Oh my, was those the words that we really needed? Rika's expression stiffens up. Don't force a smile onto your face. Instead, just open up about what's eating away at you. I wish I'd listened to those very words in the past. If I had just accepted Aoi-san's help back then, things could have turned out different. Rika remains frozen in place. Oh my gosh, no! Rika! Times are tough. However, she crumbles before too long. And now she's completely broken, sobbing uncontrollably. I know. I have to do better. But I'm not making any progress. I can't do anything right. I give in to my anger. I cause so much trouble for everyone. I never understand anything during practice. Gosh, she's like a child. Rika's expression shifts to a depressing mix of despair and helplessness. So this is what she's really like. These are her true feelings, which were hidden away behind that tough, diligent facade. It's just like how her anger took her over during the Kawabochi incident. That was no sudden change, but simply her true personality rising to the surface. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so pathetic. Rika continues to sob, and no matter how many times she wipes them away, the tears don't stop. How can I help her? Rika. Huh? Rika's stunned, and she mutters that single word right by my ear. It's pretty damn loud, but I only have myself to blame for hugging her. This time, I fully embrace her. I can feel the beat of her heart directly. Her ragged breaths, the way she's slightly trembling, it's all too familiar. It's almost like I'm comforting myself. Masaya-san. Sorry if this bothers you. I can stop, but... I squeeze her more tightly than ever. I want you to rely on me, if that's fine by you. I whisper those words into her ear. For a while she makes no sound. Yeah? Could you please let me stay like this for a while? Oh, is that all? Please let me stay like this until I stop crying. Rika's arm, while hung limply by her side for a while, suddenly wraps around my back. Go right ahead. There's no one else around the terminal, and even if there was, I wouldn't stop hugging her at this point. Rika feels so frail that I can't imagine doing anything else. Sorry, my tears spilled all over you. I can wash your clothes for you if you want. Tears stain covered my shirt by the time Rika is done cleaning to me. It's fine, really. It'll dry out soon enough anyway. But I'm pretty sure things would go south real fast if someone saw you returning one of my shirts to me. Oh, that's true. I don't even want to imagine the kind of rubbish Mom or Masaki would pull. Yeah. Besides, like I said, it'll dry out soon enough. And like school uniform, it will wash. But also we have more in the cupboard as well. The night sky has spread above us. Hey, if you have some free time, why not fly around with me for a bit? Oh, okay. Why are we flying so high? Just follow me. We move to the forest we once used as training grounds, but head much further in. Then we fly high above it, pushing the limits of our ground shoes until we're at an altitude no one usually flies at. We won't bother anyone up here. I stretch my limbs out and wide and crack my neck. So what's the point of this? I silently smiled at Rika, then took a deep breath. Ich Morgan! Masaya-san? Rika's flustered by my loud roar. Wanna give it a try? Huh? Shouting. Just say what's on your mind. You'll feel better if you vent about what's bothering you. But if I do that, I'll annoy people. She stops part way through her sentence and looks around. There's no one here at all. Right, go on, give it a shot. Shot. But I'm about to do something really strange. I thought you wanted to be strange. Unable to build up the courage, Rika backs away slightly. Didn't you tell me you were going to become strange? Oh, I did say that, yes. Cool, think of it as part of your practice then. We'll just say you're doing it because your coach ordered you to. I wonder if that's a good enough excuse. Rika raised her head, then clasps her hands together. I'm going to give it a go. Great. This is a huge leap for Rika, who's usually an upstanding member of society. She draws a deep breath and... Whoa. Rika's so loud that even I'm surprised. Guess she noticed the dumbfounded expression on my face. Sorry, was I too loud? No, you did great. I was just surprised. I can't believe such a loud yell came out of a small girl like her. Aw, I went too far. Well, I bet you feel a bit better now, right? Now that you mention it, I do. Great, then do it again. Huh? Should I? What, you're still embarrassed? No, I'll do it. That's the spirit. My throat hurts. Yeah, maybe we got a little too carried away there. We ended up having a shouting match that lasted for several minutes. I really do feel a lot better though. Yes, it's good to vent out all those frustrations. It's like you're releasing pent up energy. That's great. This was cheaper than going to karaoke too. It sure was. Rika giggles. Masaya-san, thank you very much. Don't thank me, I'm your coach, remember? I'm here to help. Yes, but still, I want to thank you. I really am extremely grateful for all you've done. Rika's such a courteous girl. There's probably no point telling her off. Shatterwind Senpai said something to me. Oh? She said that you're incredible, Masaya-san. That we never would have thought of any of your practice methods. I see. I don't deserve all the credit. I only came up with them thanks to Aoi-san and Sharasi-san's advice. Still, it's good to know Shatterwind-san appreciated it. Means it's all worthwhile. But despite all that, I had the nerve to ask if it was okay for us to be playing around. Rika falls silent for a moment. I really do enjoy flying. You're sounding like Asuka now. Yes, I feel the same as her, but perhaps even more strongly. However, I restrain my feelings when I'm practicing. After all, having fun isn't the objective there. But now I started to think differently, and things have been getting much easier. That's a good thing. It's okay to be honest about how you feel. Yes, I want to be more honest with myself. Right now, Rika's courteousness and ability to act strong even in the face of danger are both a strength and a weakness. But I'm sure we can get these two facets of her personality to become strengths in time. I need to gain her trust to get that going, though, and I think what's happened today is the first step down that path. I'm sure things will change as long as we keep practicing together. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Rika smiles sweetly, perhaps having the same promotion as me. Smiles sweetly is no good, getting Doki Doki Literature Club vibes. Goodness sakes, Monica. Okay, see you tomorrow. With that, I turn around and prepare to leave. Masaya-san? What's up? The moment I turn around, I'm hit by a surprising turn of events. Whoa. Aww. Is that a KISS? Rika's cling to me in much the same way I hugged her earlier. What? I'm so confused. Rika buried her head in my chest like she's checking something out. We stay in place for a few minutes. This is so relaxing, but I feel ready to drift off to sleep. Rika finally gets off me. Then she stares straight at me. I'm sorry, did that startle you? Yeah, can't say I expected that at all. Oh, I figured that because you did it to me, it would be okay for me to do the same. Rika's suddenly all flustered. Man, she's hella cute. It's fine. Huh? If it helps you calm down, you can hug me whenever you need. What I find most shocking is that Rika is making the effort to get close to me, instead of the other way around. Still, that's a huge relief. Shows that she trusts me a lot more than I thought, at least. Lucky me. Aww. Rika's expression is a mixture of surprise, joy, and confusion. Thank you very much. Well, goodbye for now. She bows quickly and rushes into her house in an attempt to hide her embarrassment. Is it? Okay, it might be quite rare for this to say this, but I think Rika is the first one that's developed those kind of feelings for him, rather than him developing feelings for her. I spent a moment staring at the empty space where she just stood taking it all in, but my expression isn't one of a coach worried about his student. So cute. Stop it, get your head out of the clouds, man. It feels like part of me is broken down, leaving me unable to move. Sheesh, this is bad. I have to keep these feelings in check. Rika trusts me as a coach. Don't go forgetting that, dumbass. Man, I must seem real pathetic right now. Only natural. Only natural to feel affection. Okay, let's go again. Bring it on. Here I go, eat this. Boing. Monsieur repels Rika, sending her in Masaki's direction. Sweet, now it's my turn. I'm getting dizzy. I'm putting some backspin on you this time, Rika-san. Boing. Go easy on me, please. Eek. And to our side, this is quite different, right? She seemed so bewildered during earlier practice sessions, but she actually seems to be enjoying it today. What in the world did you say to her, Masaya Hinata? Nothing special, just told her to relax. What a bad... Wow. No, really, I may have worded it differently, but that's all I said. Shadowin-san glares at me for a bit before grinning. Very well, let's just leave it at that then. This isn't the last you'll hear of this. I'd appreciate it. Everyone's focused on practicing. I may have had a direct influence on Rika improving, but it seems the other club members are heading in that direction on their own. Alright, time for a change up. Misaki-senpai's laughing at curveballs. I receive them all with a smile on my face. There are loads of advantages to making practice fun. It helps people practice for longer periods of time, and it's great at getting the less motivated into the swing of things. Misaki. There was a time when I realised Misaki was heading in the wrong direction. She'd be acting weird since the summer tournament. I could tell she would quit FC if I left her alone, so I did some hard research to come up with a countermeasure. And in the end, everything turned out alright because I managed to boost Misaki's motivation. Fun is a powerful weapon. It's a powerful word. It's such a huge change, to a point where even I would like you to coach me. Huh? Wow, pigs do pigs do fly. Never thought I'd hear someone as proud as Shadowwind-san admit that. Is what I might have said if I were a year younger. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Right, I think it's about time to switch things up. Echino-san needs a break. Huh, yeah. Hey, gather round! I call out to the people flying above the coast. Okay, I'll head down. Good work, Rika-san. Rika smiles as Misaki Mishira's comments as she floats down to me. Thanks, you too. Her expression is far brighter than before, like the demons possessing her have finally been expelled. Which is nice. More class in session. There are others out here, which is nice. And that is all I have to say about today's practice. Do you have anything to add, Coach? Yes. I take a step forward once Shadowwind-san hands the proverbial mic over to me. I know you're all used to our practice sessions by now, but negligence leads to injury, so I want to remind you to be careful. The Takafuji students were initially in a state of confusion, but they've grown used to practicing with us by now. Over the past few weeks, things have progressed to a point where outsiders will assume we're a single club even. Any sense of unease is completely gone. Today you'll be split into groups. Group 1 will play catch, Group 2 will practice high yo-yos, and Groups 3, 4 and 5 will practice field flying. Once you're done, you'll switch over. Now for the order. Most members have recovered from the shock of the Ikunobachi incident at this point. Even the people who chose to take time off are mostly back, so things are basically normal again. Now we even have enough people to split into groups while training. That's all. Thank you. Please ensure no one gets injured while practicing. With that, everyone disperses over the training ground. You've been acting an awful lot like a coach lately. What, you're saying I wasn't before? That's not what I meant, it's just there's no way you'd ever be training so many people back at Kunohama. She's got a point. Being able to coach players individually is an advantage, but there's also a drawback since it's hard to be tough on someone you're close to. It's not something that really affects me, but coaching here at Takafuji is a fresh experience. I think we're about done here though. Oh, you think so too? You had the same idea, Madoka. She puffs out her chest. I may not be the best at cleaning, but I have you know that I'm a great manager. She's still hung up on the cleaning part, seriously? Yeah, well, I think this is a good time. Are you planning to talk to Shadowwind-san? Yeah. Cool, good luck. I'll go give the message across to the others. I leave Madoka and head over to Shadowwind-san, who's watching over everyone from a distance. Hey, Shadowwind-san. Oh, it's you, Masaya Hinata. What perfect timing, there's something I wish to discuss with you. Oh, what a coincidence, same here. Do you mind if I go first? I promise not to take long. Go for it. Thank you. With a spring her step. You have been a tremendous assist over these past 10 days. Guess I should have known. Shadowwind-san got the same thought in her head. Thanks to you, we have regained our spirit, which means we are once again ready to aim for the fall tournament. You want us to go our separate ways starting tomorrow, right? Indeed. I'm glad you understand. I was thinking the exact same. You were? Yeah, I actually came here to tell you that even. Shadowin-san? It seems the two of us are in tune in the strangest ways. Yep. We exchanged smiles. Shadowin-senpai, Group 3 has finished their field flying. Rika comes down from the practice area to deliver that report. Very good. Please move to high yo-yo practice. Okay. Oh, we're in the middle of something. I'm sorry for interrupting. Rika apologizes after noticing my presence. Oh, it's fine. We were just discussing that today is the last day of our training camp. Huh? All your club members are back, so this is a good time as any. Don't you agree, Rika? Oh, yes. Right. Huh. Our long training camp has finally come to an end. The sad look on Rika's face still bothers me, but at least the rest of the day passed without issue. And so this tale continues. And now we're back at Kunohama. Man, I'm missing the AC already. The air conditioning. Great, our resident slacker has complained already. It's like you get an AC on the beach or in the sky anyway, plus our gym has air conditioning anyways. No way we're warming up in there. I don't want to be squished between the basketball and volleyball clubs. Think of their club room, it was real amazing. The place was fully stocked with drinks. Quit complaining, with air conditioning in here. I point the fan in Masaki's direction as I say that. We have drinks too. Go on, you can have them all. You can have all the warm tap water you want. Come on, quit teasing me. I need sports drink and a real FC when I'm tired. Oh, most of all, I need some of Rika-chan's TLC to cheer me up. Great, the truth comes out at last. Masaya, when's Rika-chan gonna come over? She doesn't have time for that. This is a critical moment for Takafuji, and she's one of their regulars. Of course she's gonna stay there. Boo, I guess you're right though. Misaki doesn't bother hiding her dissatisfaction. I am technically Rika's coach, so I have no problem with her coming over to practice really. But considering what's happened, it's more important than ever for Takafuji to display the unity. And to do that, they need their most skilled freshman. We can't let our personal feelings hurt Takafuji as a whole. But Masaki-senpai, you already have me. Aww. You and Rika-chan are on totally different levels. She's like, you know, more wife material. What? Then what am I, your mistress? Nah, that doesn't fit you at all. A ferret maybe. Fine, I'll live as your pet from now on. I may as well lick the windowsills clean while I'm at it. Hold it right there. You just insulted me, didn't you? You sound just like a snide sister-in-law. Oh no, I wouldn't dare wonder how someone whose name means window could be so bad at cleaning them. Now that you mention it, she really doesn't live up to her name. You hear this, Masaya-san? Everyone's bullying me. Good luck. And hey, I don't remember ever letting you call me by my first name. Oh, come on, I want to be a main heroine too. I hope Rika-chan comes back home soon. Comes home soon. I bet she'd know how to ease the tension between wife and sister-in-law. I want her to soothe me and pour me some tea so I can recover from this intense bullying. Yeah, having someone or someone to motivate you is real important. Masaki and Mashiro both get ready into practice once it started, but it's hard to even get them into that mood. Usually Suka will call everyone to action despite all the grumbling, but she's out because of her injury and her replacement Rika is back at Takafuji. I'm not good at being strict like Shadowin-san, but if I don't do something, things are gonna head south real fast. Ahem! Listen, you lot. I need to bust out my best Shadowin-san impression here. I'm sorry I'm late. You need to... Wait, what? This can't be real. Is she here to save me? Why does everyone look so shocked? No way, it's Rika-chan. She's actually here. Huh? Oh yes, I am here, Masaki-san. Incredible, our prayers have been answered. Your prayers? What do you mean? Rika-chan, you sit right there, I'll make you some tea. Oh, thank you very much. Rika sits down as instructed. They nervously surveys the room. Masaya-san, what's going on? Shouldn't you be answering that question? Why'd you come here instead of Takafuji? I did text you in advance, did you not get it? You did? I checked my phone. Oh, there's an unread message. Guess I missed it. I don't check my phone all that much. And here I am thinking I've explained everything well in advance. Sorry. Perhaps I should have called you instead. Is Shadowin-san fine with this? Stuff's finally back to normal over at Takafuji now, so I figured she'd want you there. Shadowin-senpai was one who wanted me to train here instead, actually. Huh? Now let's start today's practice. Please ensure none of you get injured out there. Yes, ma'am. I wonder how Echinose is doing. Okay, we're moving on to catch next. Do one more lap, then get yourselves ready. Got it. Okay. I informed Misaki and Monsieur who are flying up above the coast, but it's time for the next exercise. They're so lively and energetic it's hard to believe how lazy they were being earlier. We owe this to Rika's arrival. Okay, all set? I'm ready whenever, Masaya-senpai. Good. Cool. I'll get Rika to head up to you guys. I'll call out to Rika who's stretching with Maduga. You ready, Rika? Yes, I am. Rika stands up, kicking up sand as she gets ready to fly. Listen, I want to thank you for helping us out with practice. Having her here to boost everyone's motivation is a godsend. But that's our own problem, so I feel like we owe Rika. I told you I want to do this. You're just making me feel guilty by thanking me. A smile rises to her face as she says that. Really? Yes, I want to have you coach me more, Masaya-san. There's still a whole lot you have to teach me, right? Yeah, you're right. There is still a lot I can teach her. Hell, I've already taught Rika how to defend against Horobochi so far. We've still got to discuss the offensive. Then thought processes, discussing making feints, the list goes on and on. Still, I think I better have a gift in hand the next time I see Shadowin-san. Heh, good idea. I'll be sure to bring her something as well. Rika raises her hand to her mouth as she giggles. Also, she's looking a little mischievous right now. You saw me do some very embarrassing things, so you have to make up for it, Masaya-san. Huh? Are we going back to this again? What? Oh, okay, off I go. Wait, seriously, you're just gonna fly off after Miss Lima Duke like that? Yes! What the hell? Why'd you just do that for? You know how you used to get a bunch of spam saying stuff like, do you think this photo is too embarrassing for MySpace? Yeah, I got some of those. Then you'd open them and be like, here's a test I got a 0 on. How embarrassing. And you'd flip out over how they totally tricked you with the word embarrassing. Huh, yeah, that happened to me before. Like, who even falls for those? What I'm saying is, don't get your hopes up over what Rika just said, okay? I know, okay, I'm not dumb. She either has no idea what she just said or she's trying to tease me. Basically, she's either an airhead or a sadist. Yep, considering what happened the other night, I'm starting to think she's leading me on. Hope I'm just imagining things. That works out both ways. Bonding. And all that shenanigans. Several days have passed since the end of the joint training camp. I thought I sensed a difference in Rika before, but she seems to have changed more than I could have ever imagined. I'll be doing 20 high yo-yos and low yo-yos. Sounds good. I'll do the same. Sounds great. Oh. Masaya-san. Sticking an honorific at the end of my name makes your question totally obvious, but go ahead. I kind of got carried away there. 20's way too much, so lower it for me, okay? No, get to work already. You monster! Someone save me from this brute! Quit complaining! Move it! Aw, fine. Misaki still complained, but at least she's following orders. Oh, Misaki-senpai, I pray for your eternal safety. Mishiro, why you up there with them? I was hoping you'd let that slide. You truly are saddest, Masaya-senpai. Only sad thing here is that you're the odd one out. Ah, so you gonna practice or what? I'll practice, I will. Mishiro chases after Misaki. Wow, this is really working. This is really working. They've been putting in a lot more effort since Rika's return. This is all thanks to her. And as everyone gets more and more used to practice, I've begun to observe changes in their overall attitudes as well. So yeah, it came to me while I was flying, like it was some sort of epiphany, I guess. Amazing! Nothing like that has ever happened to me. You're gonna have to improve a lot, Meow Shiro, or you'll never get one on your own. Oh, that hurts, but I love your harsh side. Oh, goodness sakes, are you some sort of masochist? You two make the perfect S&M couple. A normal day in the club room after practice is us chatting without care in the world. But now that Rika's here, FC takes up most of our conversation. You just kind of get a sense of how to use the membrane. I can't really explain. Misaki-san. Yes? Do you think you could try to provide a little more detail? I mean, sure, but it's not really a big deal. Great, why don't we start right away then? But we're already done for the day. Hey, wait, don't try to sneak off on your own and leave us here. But, like, I figured I'll just get in the way. I'll lend you Misaki-senpai for the day, Rika-san. Just this once, though. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, I'm not yours to give. Wait, don't you dare dish us, Messiah. I figure I'll just give away. Don't just copy Madoka's response. We're not. She's not the first one that made up that phrase, by the way. So she dragged me off with her, and then we spent all evening talking about FC. You have my condolences. That bad, huh? And she has low blood pressure levels, so surely she's asleep in the mornings, especially when in class. We're back at school for the first time in a while, but Rika's the main topic of our minds. I knew she was real diligent, but I never thought she'd go that far. Yeah, you're telling me. I knew she took practice seriously, but I assumed that was just because she valued the club. I never expected her to enjoy it this much, too. I love flying! Seems those words weren't a lie. Guess Asuka's spirit has found a new host. Rip. Hey now, that's a good thing. Her spirit is insurmountable. Is undominable. Wow, rude March, I'm not dead yet. Asuka! What's with the yet? Is she trying to curse herself? Still, it really does feel like we've got a second Asuka-chan on our hands. Oh, I really want to get back to practicing already. I don't know, things would get pretty crazy with the two of you around. I mean, what's next? Convincing everyone to practice 24/7? I guess that'd be fun in its own way. Yeah. We won't last if she tries to push us too hard, so tighten the leash a little, Messiah. Sure, I'll get right on that. I definitely don't want my players overworking themselves. That usually leads to injury. But I might find it hard to pump the brakes if I also get too excited, so I should be careful around her. Still though, this is pretty cruel, huh? Misaki's tone is rather harsh. What do you mean? Exactly what I said. Don't you think it's cruel? What's cruel, FC? FC is a sport where you fly through the sky, one so captivating that you can lose all sense of time, and even become unaware of your own physical condition. That's what Rika's obsessed with. It's less about beating Kurabochi, and more about her rediscovering her genuine love of flying. There's beauty in her excitement, but also danger, and so, as her coach, I need to make sure to guide her in the right direction. I think that's what Masaki is trying to say. And what now? What's wrong with the exaggerated sigh? You can't be that disappointed. Forget it. Come on, let's go to practice. Let's go. Shut up, Mario. Take care, everyone. What the hell was that all about? Like I was saying, practice has been running smoothly thanks to Rika. This small incident aside. Rain always pours when you least want it, huh? Sure seems like it. I mean, I know it's gonna rain sometime. It just sucks since it's out of our control and is happening when everyone's motivated for practice. Right, so practice is cancelled. Let everyone know, okay? Sure. You should work on fixing up tomorrow's schedule then. Cool, I'll adjust our plans. Actually, there's something I want to ask you. Oh, what a coincidence. I have a question for you too. What are we doing in Masaya's bedroom, for goodness sakes? Oh, really? Who should go first? Well, you're the coach, so go for it. That makes 0 sense. But you're the manager, which also makes 0 sense. Though I guess there's no real point arguing. It's about Rika. I knew it. You did? Yeah, I wanted to talk about her too. Oh, okay. Sorry, continue? Cool, so... there's something that's been bothering me for a while. Now that Rika's back at Kunohama, she's practically another member of our club. Don't you think Rika's fitting in too well? Ah, I hear something resembling a sigh through the phone. Guess that's been making Madoka feel uneasy as well. This is just a hunch, but I think she feels guilty about letting Asuka getting injured. You think she's forcing herself to act like Asuka-chan to be a substitute for her? I do. Rika's been far too perfect. Her new attitude is exactly what we need at Kurihama right now, and that's what's been bothering me. I don't think it's all bad, but I can tell that keeping it up is taking a lot out of her. It's all like way too convenient. Exactly. This isn't the real Rika. She's always been diligent, yes, but she was never this assertive. No one can change that much in such a short time frame. It'd take nothing short of a miracle to do that. Well, we might just be overthinking this, but it's worth considering. Just be careful if you confront Rika, okay? Will do. I'll sort things out no matter how it goes, so you do you, coach. Good to know. Thanks. Don't thank me, this is part of my job. Though if you do want to reward me, why not tell me about that embarrassing story from the other day? Catch you later. Hey, wait! Oh, okay, it's a phone call. I don't know why I thought they were both goddamn in the same room. I cut the call, then take a moment to thank her silently. Right, man. And no reply. Rika isn't picking up. I shot her a text already, but she hasn't answered that yet. We usually text a bunch, and Rika's just as diligent about replying to them as she is with most other things in life. She will send out a reply the moment she sees your message. Wait, don't tell me. I look out of the window taking the scene before me. Despite the rain, there are just barely acceptable flying conditions, but that's safe and sorry. Huh? She's not here? I'm surprised. I'm outside the club room, peering in through the window, when I notice there's no one inside. Maybe she was here, but just went home. No, in that case, she would have responded to my text. Got myself soaked with nothing, huh? The rain was light when I left home, but now it's pounding loudly against the bus windows. Guess I'll wait it out. I reach out for the door handle and swing it open. But Rika's in here. Ah! What? And at that exact moment, I see Rika sitting down, soaking wet. Sorry, I didn't know anyone was in here. Oh no, I should be apologizing. I make my way over to a chair and plop down on it, making sure to keep my eyes off Rika all the while. Yeah, when it's wet, it's also see-through. We remain in silence for a while, but eventually Rika begins to speak. What happened to practice? The rain, obviously. I tried to call you to let you know, but you didn't pick up. Oh, right. I forgot my phone today. Yeah, that makes sense. I hurried over there, but the rain soaked me to the bone. That's unfortunate. I guess I just wanted to fly so badly that I didn't think. My bad. She forced a chipper tone in what seems like an attempt to distract me. Normally I just follow her lead, but not today. Hey Rika. You're going to tell me off, aren't you? I'm sorry, you can make me practice extra hard tomorrow. Oh, but that might make me even happier. Thank you. Huh? She's clearly confused by my sudden outburst. I apologize in advance in case I'm wrong, but there's something that's been bothering me. What? What is it? Are you forcing yourself to act all bright and cheerful because you feel sorry for us? It feels like you're trying to be Asuka. Masaya-san. The rain grows heavier. The pounding changes to pummeling. The crackles of thunder still sound distant, but they're closing at an alarming rate. Rika remains silent for a while, but eventually her shoulders slump. Huh. She sighs and slumps to the floor. You're incredible, Masaya-san. Damn, I was right, huh? Yes, I've been acting like her. I felt truly awful about what happened. I know how important Asuka is to you, and how hard it is to motivate people in her absence. So I was trying to not replace her, but just fill in the void a little. Was it that obvious? Honestly, it wasn't. At first I thought your real personality was finally shining through. Then how did you find out? You came off too perfect. And that's when I realized it was just like you to go out of your way to help others. At this point, Rika lowers her head. I appreciate the thought, but you really don't need to do this. Personally, I'd prefer it if you put yourself first. I told you there was no need to act tough in front of me, right? Back when she broke down in tears before me. Back when I helped her shout her problems into the sky. I thought I freed her from most of the pressure that was weighing her down. So there shouldn't be any need for her to do this. Rika sighs. The rain continues to beat down on the windows from the outside. The sound is growing ever louder. I think you're slightly mistaken, Masaya-san. I am? You are. Rika smiles sweetly. I definitely was acting a little, so you aren't wrong on that account. But I never once forced myself to do it. Huh? I don't understand. I'm sure faking your personality must take a ton of effort. But from her perspective, she thinks she's genuine. And maybe that is definitely the case. Forget over 10 days. I have been tired of it in an hour. In a way, I was acting like the kind of person I want to be, so it wasn't ever something I hated. You mean, I want to be like Asuka-san. Really? She nods. Yes, I want to be able to say that I love flying through the sky, and mean it from the very bottom of my heart. Because the truth is, I do love it. I know. It's incredibly important to be able to admit you like something, but I find it incredibly hard. And so I try to act tough to hide that part of me, but that was also hard in its own way. But then I met you, and you told me not to act that way, so I started to think I could change. I started to think about what I need to do to make FC more fun for myself. I see. Rika wasn't just changing her personality to help us out. She was doing it because she wanted to. She wanted to change the way she was approaching FC, so she used this opportunity to do just that. Do you remember how I said I wanted to become stronger during the incident with Kawabashi-san? Of course I do. Well, I think the best way for me to do that is to have more fun. That's why I try to copy the person I know who's having the most fun of all. Sure, Asuka lost to Kawabochi, but the way she went about it was unlike anyone else. I'm pretty sure even Kabuchi was confused by her antics, which makes sense since I doubt anyone's ever tried to teach her the importance of having fun. Somehow that seems to have triggered a change in Rika instead. Well, I'm not going to complain. At least that means that match wasn't entirely pointless, even though it did wreak havoc. Though you can't exactly celebrate exactly, since Asuka got injured and all. So please don't worry about me. I'm doing just fine. Okay, I understand. Rika's far more mature than I've given her credit for. I feel bad for getting ahead of myself and forcing her to explain things. But hey, it's good that we cleared the air. There is one more thing. Something I haven't been able to confess yet. Oh, what's that? You see, at this point, Rika shuffles in toward me. Masaya's... Aww. But why the Japanese voices? Rika's arms coil around my back before she squeezes me tight. Aww. What? Rika? This is what I want to say. Thank you, Masaya-san, for looking out for me. My gratitude and my desire to hug you right now are my way of conveying my true feelings for you. I gazed out Rika's slender figure. She fit so snugly in my arms. It always seems like Rika has things under control, so it's hard to remember that she's actually younger than me. I'm sure it was hard enough being a regular at an elite FC school in her freshman year before the Kawabochi incident. All this added pressure must be eating away at her. You can always rely on me. I whisper those words into her ears as I curl my arms around her body. Ah. Now she's flustered. She's kind enough to worry about others, but still managed to find time to think about herself as well. I thought I'd already suppressed those feelings when I first noticed them, but I don't think I can hold them back any longer. I want to be there for Rika, but not just because I'm her coach, or her friend. I hug her even tighter, having decided to show her how I truly feel. Okay, I will. Rika responds in an almost inaudible voice. The rain outside hasn't let up at all, so there's a continuous stream of droplets striking the windows. I doubt anyone will come here soon, and it's hard for us to leave right now too. I know I shouldn't let my mind wander in that direction, but... I gently release her, then gaze straight into her eyes. She has such a beautiful, innocent face. I could stare into those eyes forever. Okay, what's up now? What's with those tears? Do they look like tears of joy? Wait. Rika gives me a curt nod. Guess I have permission. She realized what I'm about to do and has shut her eyes. God, I'm so nervous. This is worse than the first time I flew. Well, the first time is always the most worrisome time for everyone. My grip tightens to a point where I'm worried about hurting her. I take deep breaths to calm my shaking body, then slowly leaning toward her. Our lips touch. Hers are the softest things I've ever felt. My lips go numb as they press against hers, my heart racing at 1,000 miles a minute. However, oddly enough, my attention is drawn to our breathing instead. Our breaths mix together in the air. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. I guess first kisses come with a bunch of other firsts. Huh? We part after what feels like forever. Masaya-san. Rika looks up at me with glazed eyes as she clings to me. Our breathing is still ragged. I really like you. Aww. She mumbles that before burying her head in my chest. I gently stroke her hair. At some point my clothes must have dried. I really like you too, Rika. I have to admit the truth. I had to confess my feelings to her. I'm happy. Really happy. The rain is finally letting up. We can easily fly home now if we want. But instead, we choose to stay here and bask in each other's company. Ah, it's gotten really late, hasn't it? Yeah, it sure has. We've stuck around way later than we should have. Why, you ask? Well, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It was so we could... Okay, moving on. I'm guessing that's where another scene would come in if you paid for the other version of the game. I don't want to go into more detail since it's kind of embarrassing, but I promise we didn't go any further than kissing. Are you sure about that? Do you mind if I voice a small complaint? No, go ahead. She's done met up already. Well, I think you kissed me too much, Masaya. What? Rika's face turns bright red as she says that. I'm so embarrassed. Sorry. We may not have done more than kissing, but we did a lot of it. Not satisfied with just her lips, I moved. Oh my gosh, ears, cheeks, so on. I didn't stop for a second. I mean, it's fine, I'm okay with it, but we still have plenty of time to do things like that. You're right. So please try to show a little more restraint next time. Okay. We share a smile as I let out that response. Should we head home now? Yeah. It just so happens we're neighbours. We link hands as we take to the sky. There isn't a cloud in the starry sky above us. I never think it was just raining if I hadn't seen it with my own two eyes. What a wonderful moment there. Start with some stretches. Okay. When you're done, do some field flying. After that, we'll move to your next set of 20. Okay. Let's get this practice started. Yes, coach. I just let everyone in on the schedule for today's practice session. Now, I'm watching them from a little ways away, but I spot Madoka waving at me from a distance as she approaches. Damn, girl, you're late. It's not my fault. My brother joined a good sports program, so he started a whole new training regime. I had to help him out for almost 2 hours a day. I'm kidding. Good job. I toss Madoka a drink while she catches with ease. She flashes me a smile in response, then plops down to me next to me. Looking good up there. You mean Rika? Duh. You talked to her yet? Yeah, a little. It's more than just a little, mate. That's the biggest lie in the century. I won't pretend to know what you talked about, but she's looking a lot more natural up there. You think she's acting different? I think she's still trying to fit the Asuka mold, but it's coming to her more easily now. You're giving me a headache. Listen, I'm just saying things are looking up. She seems more at ease. She does, huh? I think back on what happened last night as I listened to Madoka. As soon as Rika and I part in front of her, I got a text. Wondering what it could be. I open it. Ah, thank you very much. Thank you for everything today. Sleep well. Talk about diligent. I know Rika well, so I didn't expect much else. If it were Asuka, I'd imagine she'd have straight up said she liked me in a text. No, I'm just guessing. If it were Masaya, I imagine she'd have told me she liked me in a roundabout way. No, I'm just guessing. If it were Misaki, I imagine she would just go straight to sleep without texting me at all. No, but I'm just guessing, but I'm almost positive Red I'm right. But Rika sending me a thank you and a good night after we spent a ton of time that. I'm not trying to criticize her at all. If anything, this text encapsulates what I love about her. Though I do kind of wish she'd be a little less formal in text. But as I say that, another text arrives. I open it immediately. Sender, Rika Ichinos. Subject, not applicable. Blank! Blank, 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 blank. Aww. Oh, the 3 words that you wanted to hear. Those 3 words. Oh, that's so lovely. Aww. That's just wonderful. Yeah, I'm definitely saving this No way I'll risk this getting deleted. You gotta archive it safely, man, otherwise someone might go over your phone to see if there's any evidence of this. I imagine it took her a long time to work up the courage to send this text. Bet she was reefing around on her bed before she finally managed to press the send button. Yeah, nervousness comes in, especially with all the blank lines beforehand. Yeah, this totally took a ton of effort. I'll treasure it forever. Naturally, I immediately move into store for safekeeping. She's more at ease now. I hope that's cause of me. The biggest change is that Rika has a boyfriend by her side now. And seeing that she's changed due to that alone has my heart pounding. So as I was saying, hey Hinata-kun, are you even listening to me? What? Yeah, I totally am. Oh come on, just man up and tell the truth. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. Sorry. So yeah, this is a good sign. Things will be even more fun once Asuka-chan gets back. Asuka... Huh? Asuka should be back around at the end of the summer break. There's something I've been thinking about. Does it have to do with Asuka-chan? Partly yeah, but it's mainly about Rika. Oh? I whispered my plan directly into Madoka's ear. Our whirlwind summer break will come to an end. Will soon come to an end. Only 10 days left until the start of the new term, and shortly after that we have the fall tournament. What answers will Rika come up with for herself, for both her personal and FC lives? And will I be able to guide her to reach her desired results? Guess I shouldn't worry too much. There's no way for me to know until the time comes. Whatever the case, I'm sure Rika's going to take that tiny frame of hers and fight back with all she's got. And more to come from there. Hello. Shinda-san's smile is as charming as ever. You're here real early, Shinda-san. How's practice going? The constant extreme practice sessions have me exhausted. I thought watching you coach would have been a nice breather. Shinda-san seems to be enjoying this. Aoi-san introduced Shinda-san to some foreign players who've been practicing with lately. If he meshes well with them, he's going to head over to a school in Europe, and then he may even try playing on their pro circuit. That whole world is far beyond my grasp. What do you have planned for the day? You came at a good time. Look over there. I point, and Shinda-san's gaze follows. Misaki and Rika have started practicing together over the water. I'm going to take the lower position and let you touch me, Rika-chan, so you can come at me again. Understood. Okay, here goes. Misaki slides below Rika. Me too. However, Rika moves upward to evade her. Then, the very moment there's a straight line between their positions. Gotcha! Rika instantly descends and touches Misaki's back. Oh no, I'm doomed! Misaki lets out an exaggerated scream as she's sent flying toward the water. Let's try that again. Rika fights back against Rika, then charges Misaki once more. Sheesh! In the water, Misaki is sent carrying into the water as she starts swearing. There's a splash of water as Misaki goes under. Misaki-san, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I made sure to brace myself. Come on, give it another go. Okay. The two girls return to their previous positions. Shinda-san looks impressed as he watches. The suicida, huh? I get it. Yeah, figured this would work wonders against Karabochi. We need something concrete to use when Karabochi tries one of her dirty tricks. Plus, Rika needs to better learn the moves an opponent may use in a match, so this kills two birds with one stone. But that technique goes against your beliefs. It does, which is why we'll only pull it off as a last resort. The suicida is one of the most forceful moves in FC. It isn't illegal, but it's definitely on the dirtier side of things. I've seen Shinda-san make use of it before, but I know he's careful about who he's used it on. Yeah, you used it on Asuka, for goodness sakes! I'm having someone else teach her in my place. You really thought this through. Yep. My answer may make it sound like I'm convinced, but I'm really not. I just arrived at this answer after considering what Rika wants to be. So of course there's no way I'm totally sure if it's the right decision. I'm sure it's Shirase-san. Well, at the very least I can tell you she's changed. Shindo-san says that as he nods. Something about her seems more natural now, in how she's thinking and moving. You picked up on that too, Shindo-san. I assume that means someone else did as well. Yes. I swear these two are frighteningly in sync at times, but you should have more confidence in yourself. Honestly, I'm still not sure exactly what's different. I've heard Rika's innermost thoughts, so I have a different opinion on this matter than anyone else. Shindo-san knows her well, but he even doesn't have this information, so there's no way we're seeing the same thing. Maybe Rika's still in the process of changing. She'd begun to stripe off the role she had when she first arrived. Now all that's left is to help her find something new. Huh? Do you mean it? Yeah, I do. Shindo-san said he thinks you've changed. Rika looks delighted when I report the news to her. I see. Well, I can't believe Shindo-san senpai said that. In a way, Shindo-san is Rika's role model, and I'm sure the people at Takafuji like Shindorin-san feel the exact same way. He did win the nationals. He's always been friendly with me, but now that I think about it, it kind of feels like I've been in the presence of royalty this whole time. That simple, positive view he shared will probably inspire Rika to travel to new heights. So, if a suicido takes you out at the wrong moment, you're in for a world of hurt. Yeah, it's real painful. We need to make sure Kawabachi can't use it. Right, Why don't we start considering position for our next practice? I've just barely managed to fit in the more technical aspects of FC matches in our practice, alongside the normal stuff. The Kawabachi incident kinda ruined our schedule, but Rika's helped repair it. Seems like Rika's had something on her mind this whole time. Better ask her about it later. Okay, let's call it a day. See you all back here tomorrow. Yes, coach. By learning to defend against a suicida, I could do better against rougher players, right? That's the idea. It's not perfect, but it should help. Okay, we'll keep working on things like this as we build up our plan to counter Kawabachi-san. Yeah. The first thing I did was teach them how to counter the dirty techniques Kawabachi likes to use, like pincers and the suicida. And as a result, Rika started to come up with plans of her own. That's a pretty great sign, since it shows how much she's grown. She's going to need actual practical experience to keep improving though. That means I need to find her a truly strong opponent. Good thing I've already come up with plans for that scenario. It's not going to be Aoi-san, is it? I just hope I can get all this across to Rika. And I hope I've done a good enough job. Masaya-san? Today's, club activities are over, yes? Oh no, not this again. Yeah, everyone's gone home. It's been about 2 hours since Masaki and the others left the club room. No one showed any sign of returning, so the two of us are completely alone. Alone. Then, do you think we could take an hour? There are certain rules I've maintained since we started dating. One of these is not going any further than kissing. Another is not flirting anywhere that might draw attention. Both of those make sense in my mind, since I don't want anyone complaining that we're too distracted. Oh goodness sakes, what's happened here? But my sense of reason is on the verge of collapse. I'm having a hard time controlling myself with such an... Yes! Masaya-san. And she's not trying to stop me either. Rika's so proactive during our time alone, but I can barely believe she's diligent during practice. Though I guess the word diligent probably takes on a different meaning when it comes to love. Masaya-san, can I touch you here? Rika points at my thighs. Sure, but you know what you're doing, right? Of course I do. I won't touch you anywhere else. Rika stretches a dainty hand towards my thighs. Okay, here I go. She pretends to gently stroke my thigh. Rika simply touching me, nothing more. She started with my head, then moved to my limbs, and then various parts of my torso. For her, it's a simple expression of love, but I feel like I'm being blue-balled. My thighs, she's right by the danger zone. Yeah, that's what's worrying. Is she doing this on purpose? Please let me keep going for a little bit longer. She doesn't let up. You're so warm, Masaya-san. It's the evening and my parents aren't home. We chose to hang out here at this time because it was a golden opportunity. Then as we were talking, we somehow found ourselves lying down next to each other on my bed, our bodies pressed tightly against each other. And yet I still haven't done anything. Man, I must have nerves of steel. Your chest is so muscular. Rika, you should probably be more careful. It's fine. I promise I won't touch you anywhere strange. But you're touching areas which are close to being strange, for goodness sakes, and that's what's worrying. As she says that, she repeatedly moves her hand toward and away from the center of my chest, and I can feel my heart beating faster every time she does. Holy sheesh, this can't be happening. It goes without saying that the strange places she mentioned are my... Yes. She better not touch those, or I'll go from 0 to 100 real quick. I could touch you forever and never tire of it. Rika's hands move insistently as her legs, which are entangled with mine, wiggle at a teasingly slow pace. She probably doesn't realise, but every single one of her movements is getting a rise out of me. Masaya-san, I love you. God, that sounds so hard. Calm yourself, man. He's trying to torture me here because as though she deserves an Oscar for this little performance. Can I touch you again? She does it without even waiting for a reply. Why do I have to deal with this all the time? I love Rika, of course, but I've sure come to realise how powerful and terrifying love can be. We haven't even done anything yet, but she won't stop acting like this. How she's gonna act after we spice things up? Even thinking about that has me sweating. Rika-san? Yes? I understand what you're about to say, Masaya-san. Rika answered before I can actually question her. We've been going too far lately without... Yes, if you know that, But I'm sorry. I just want to squeeze you so tightly, Masaya-san. Sheesh. Something inside me just snapped. I'm sorry. Rika's diligent side makes her apologise. She locks the clubroom door. Please indulge me. After saying that, she sits down next to me and leans her body into mine. Her hands wrap around my back, leaving us pressed tightly together. Rika's real innocent at times like this. I swear she's nothing like her normal self when she wants to do anything remotely romantic. One of her hands traces the nape of my neck. I reach out a hand immediately, unable to hold myself back as she... Yes. Hey, that tickles, Rika. It sending shivers down my spine. She must sense something in my reluctant attitude, since she's suddenly a lot more assertive. She smells so sweet, and she's right next to me. Masaya-san? What is it? Things feel a little different today. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Rika shuffles away from me slightly. There's no real reason, but the fact that we're dating seems to have finally hit home. Masaya-san? Oh yeah, agreed. I'm lying through my teeth here. For whatever reason, my actual thoughts right now are pretty... Damn it, man! Get those thoughts out of the gutter! And it's hard not to feel guilty about that when Rika comes off as being so innocent. It's strange. Rika looks up at the scene as she says that, apparently meaning it from the bottom of her heart. Until very recently, you were someone I was weary of. Well, I did leave a pretty bad first impression. Yeah, not sure if it could have been worse. It's a total miracle we ended up with each other after all that. Should I be thanking God or cursing him for his seemingly fickle temperament? I think on a personal level I'm grateful, since yes. Are you happy about this strange situation, Rika? Masaya-san? Rika looks offended by my question. You do realize you shouldn't ask a question you already know the answer to, don't you? Huh? Rika leans into me once more. Isn't it obvious I'm happy? Then she rubs her cheek against my chest. She's just so damn adorable, I can't help but groan. I feel like my desire for Rika is slowly overwhelming me. I've already told you just how much I love you, Masaya-san. Yeah, you're right. I remember it clearly. Still, it's something I want to hear her say again and again. If you know that, then you shouldn't question my feelings again. Okay, my bad. I always love you, Masaya-san. I love you is such a powerful phrase. Ah, no matter how many times I hear it, I always feel like I've been struck by a bolt of lightning. It's almost like a powerful curse, but not one I want lifted. I want to be with you forever, Rika. I feel the exact same way. So I want us to get a lot closer, if that's okay with you? Masaya-san. Rika. Rika goes bright red but continues to look at me straight in the eyes. Guess she was expecting this. Okay. She gives me a resolute response. Against mine. Unable to hold back, Rika reaches out and starts clinging to me. And so we continue this exchange of kisses for what seems like an eternity. And it gets dark. Of course, again, that's 1 hour ended up turning to 3, huh? Well, we did fall asleep. We had tons of fun but ended up thoroughly exhausted. Well, whatever. I've learned my lesson, so I'll be a lot more careful next time. Hey, Masaya-san? How do you feel about what we just did? You don't regret it, do you? Of course I don't. Getting so physically close to her has reminded me of how much I love Rika and how precious she is to me. I've just been worried about so much stuff lately, but I've been making excuses for myself. Phrases like, I'm enduring it, makes me sound like some morally upright person, but truth is, I've been making things hard for Rika this whole time. I'm glad. Rika smiles sweetly at me. I know I asked the question, but I was a little scared of the answer. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't believe I made her so nervous. No, it's fine. I know you're a very serious person, Masaya. It's very relieving. Though you can get rather perverted. Oh, the two of us turn bright red and fall silent. What the hell are we doing? Well, anyway, it's late. We should get home. I reach out my hand. Yes, let's go. And naturally, Rika takes hold of it. I swear I'm one lucky guy. I'm happy that our relationship has deepened, but these natural moments where we just touch each other lightly are still the best of all. Brave Front End. From rival to pupil to girlfriend. And to the end of the episode. August has already come and gone, but it still feels like summer in Kyushu. Well, Kyushu is further south in Japan, so therefore it would take longer for summer to end. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Aokana. This friendship/relationship has deepened from rival to pupil to GF. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.